Hello, cyber world. This is Brenda Underwood, Coach BU, coming to you live tonight to talk about I want to quit my job. Let me introduce myself a little bit, tell you a little bit about Breakthrough for Life. Breakthrough for Life is a full service custom coaching company. So, what we do is we partner with go getters and people who want to become go getters, and we help you get the mindset, tools, and actionable plans together so that you can craft your winning life. This October, Breakthrough for Life will be celebrating 10 years, 10 years in business, 7 years without a corporate job to support the bills. And so, what I'm coming here to talk to you about tonight is I want to quit my job. And we're not going to be here a long time because it's after the time that I'm supposed to get off. But I wanted to just drop this on you guys. If you're looking to quit your job, as you can tell, if you follow me or you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Breakthrough with Brenda, you will know that I believe that God is strategic. He is not impulsive. So that whole, I got a word from the Lord and I'm quitting my job today, you better ask God when, because God is strategic. He is not impulsive. Remember, David was anointed as a child, but he did not get his appointment until he was a full-blown adult. So there is a time and a process with God. So when you say, okay, I am feeling discontent, I'm not happy with my job, I'm attached to these golden handcuffs called great pay, good benefits, but the work is no longer fulfilling my soul. I no longer feel a significance in the work that I do. Or I don't like my boss. I don't like my coworkers. I don't like my commute. Pick 101 reasons why you want to quit your job. If that is you, you want to listen to this little tidbit. If you're looking to quit your job and you're looking to become an entrepreneur, we're not necessarily talking to people who are looking to make a career change. I help people with that too. But this live is about people who want to unlock the golden handcuffs of corporate with the keys to entrepreneurship. And so I wanted to just come and I talked to people who have been certified as coaches at other facilities, people who have been in counseling and want to launch a coaching business, or people who just want to launch a passion business. Maybe it's mentoring, maybe it's t-shirts, maybe it's an online store, maybe it's an online business. Whatever your maybe is, the first thing you need to do if you're thinking about quitting your job is check your head. Get your head right. Yep, I said it. Check your head, get your head right. Because this is one thing that I know is fear is going to meet you at the front door. Every time you hit something new, fear is going to hit you at the front door. Get your head right. I have been an entrepreneur for 7 years. I am a second generation entrepreneur. My son is a third generation entrepreneur. My mother ran a business when Black women weren't supposed to be running a business. And I'm here to tell you today, and this message isn't it just for Black people, this is for anybody. I'm just telling you the reality of my heritage. We are all entrepreneurs. And one thing I will tell you about entrepreneurship is you're going to live in a sea of I don't know. You will live in a sea of I don't know. And so if you let fear stop you, if you let fear hinder you, you will not press forward. There is a long day between the paycheck and the profit check. And many people find themselves acting impulsively. My boss said something crazy to me. He ain't gonna talk to me like that. Trust me, I've been there, and I'm quitting. Let me tell you, there is a long day before I'm gonna mop the floor with my boss if he keep talking crazy to me, and a profit check. You want to make sure, one, you get your head right. We're going to talk about fear a little bit tonight. But second, that you work your intangibles before you quit that job. I don't care what don't no prophet tell you. I don't care what no evangelist tells you. I don't care what no well-meaning coach tells you or mentor or consultant. God is strategic. He is not impulsive. So you need to follow in line with that, because there is a long day between the paycheck and the profit check. There's lots of steps in between that need to be handled before you go out there and start making money in your business. You're going to spend money in your business before you make money in your business. You ever go to a pizza shop? Look, my favorite food is pizza. So I'm a pizza connoisseur, okay? If there's a pizza shop in town, I've been there. I've been to all the shops in my town when it comes to pizza. And you ever go into those old school, especially in New York or Los Angeles, you'll go into an old school pizza shop and they'll have their first dollar on the wall. I used to think in my limited poverty stricken lack scarcity mindset that I used to have, I used to think, oh, they're just greedy. They're worshiping money. No, they ain't. Now that I've been an entrepreneur going on 10 years in October, they're not worshiping money. It was a long day and a lot of money invested before they ever got to that first dollar they got from a client or a customer. And I'm here as a breakthrough strategist to help you shorten that gap and get to where you want to go quicker. But you have to be strategic. And so when you think about, I want to quit my job, the moment you get that feeling, I want to quit my job, the first thing you need to do is get honest with yourself about your fear and how you respond to fear. Some people avoid fear. Some people do a variety of different things to get rid of the fear in their life. But until you get honest with how you react to fear, you don't need to quit your job, especially if you're female. Females have a root desire to feel secure. And so stepping out on faith in your business is great, especially when it's a God purpose business. However, you need to be strategic when you do it and get your mind right first. The first step is, let me see, where am I at with fear? So let me tell you what fear produces in your life. And when we think about what fear produces in your life, the first thing fear is going to produce in your life is indecision. It'll make you indecisive because you have a fear of failure, a fear of the unknown, a fear of inadequacy, a fear of success. I didn't even know there was a fear of success until I became a coach and realized I struggled with a fear of success. One of my certified coaches was the one who helped me to realize that I struggled with a fear of success. And that's why, hence, we have a podcast. Because I was scared of doing a podcast. Long story short, we're not going to bore you with those details. Fear is going to produce indecision because you're scared that you may make the wrong decision, so you don't make no decision, and that is a decision. Okay. Fear is also going to produce people pleasing. You need to be validated by others. So you're going to always overextend yourself trying to get everybody to like you. Let me give you a news flash. 30% of the people you meet, they ain't going to like you before you even open your mouth. They may not like you because you got blonde tips and gray roots or red lipstick or you wear your shoulders out. Who knows? So running behind people, that's another lie for another day, but fear will cause you to be a people pleaser. Fear will also create defensiveness. No one can criticize you on anything. That used to be me. If you criticize me, I'm ready to claw your eyeballs out. I'm not like that anymore. But fear will produce defensiveness. Fear will also produce codependency or trauma bonds. Oh, that's a whole nother lie for another day. Fear will also require you to have a great need for outside validation. Someone has to co-sign everything you do. Now, I want you to think about that. If Noah needed Noah in the Bible, if Noah needed someone to co-sign for him to build that boat, would he have built it? No. Some of the things that God is going to call you to do, your mama, cousin, family, friends ain't going to get it. And I meant to say ain't going to get it. They ain't going to get it because God didn't give his vision for Brenda or his vision for Naya or his vision for Telio to them. He gave it to you. And he wants you to catch his vision for your life with your gloves of faith. But if you need to have outside validation, you're not going to move forward. Fear also can create a negative mindset and a closed mindset. And so I always tell people closed minds can't get fed. The phrase is really closed mouths can't get fed. But I'm here to share with you today the fact that you really need to take a look at how fear shows up. And so I see all these banners that say fearless. Okay, let me go ahead and deal. Let me just crack that myth right upside its head. Uh, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, Telio. I love pizza too. You my brother from another mother. Me and pizza. Oh my goodness, we got an intimate relationship. I don't cheat on it, and it loved me so much it never leaves my thighs. Anyway, but when we start to look at fear, fear is a byproduct of the fall. Yes, I'm a Christian coach. I'm not a new age coach. I'm not a law of attraction coach. I'm not none. I'm a Jesus coach, right? Team Jesus. How many of y'all team Jesus? Okay. So when we begin to look at fear, it is a byproduct of the fall. And therefore, being a byproduct of the fall means that everybody's going to deal with it. So when you go to something new, fear is going to meet you at the front door. If you haven't predetermined how you're going to deal with fear, fear will hinder, steal, kill, and destroy. What are the characteristics of the enemy? Steal, kill, and destroy. So fear is designed to hinder you at the very least. At the highest point, it's here to destroy you. Okay, destroy your dreams, destroy your money, destroy your hopes, destroy your passion, destroy your quality of life. Okay, so when we look at fear, there is no getting rid of it. And people, there's a very common phrase out there in Christendom that talks about new levels, new devils. If you listen to this, please don't say that no more. I'm gonna say what my pastor says. Pastor Jensen says, don't make the devil think you scared of him, because you don't need to be, because you have more authority in Christ than the devil has. Oh, Brenda, where you get that from? Go look up Luke 10, 18 and 19, where he says specifically, I have given you power that is greater than the enemy, so that nothing will harm you. We need to walk in that, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur. So when we begin to look at new levels, new devils, it's really not new devils, because 2/3 of the angels are still on God's side. Only 1/3 of the angels were cast out. So there is more for us than that are against us. Psalm 68. Okay, so now that I've done my Bible quoting, that irritates some Christians, but sometimes you need to get in your Bible and look stuff up for yourself. Don't be taking everybody's word for everything. So with that being said, it's not that it's new levels, new devils. It's just that fear hits you and it manifests itself in a multiple of different ways. One of the ways that fear will manifest itself, and it's so deeply ingrained in our thought processes and our habits that we don't even recognize it as fear. One of those ways is procrastination. Procrastination has stole more dreams than lack of money, lack of connection, and lack of education. I want you to take a moment and think about, what has procrastination cost you in the past 12 months? Stress, money, opportunities, a mate. What has procrastination cost you? It is a tool of Satan to destroy your progress. Move forward. So you have to make a predetermined decision. I want to quit my job. Okay, then we got to make a predetermined decision. How do we deal with fear, and how are we going to deal with it moving forward? Because you will encounter fear. People will often look at me, especially people who know me personally. Brenda, you're fearless. No, I'm not. I cried this last month and woke up in tears one day, just crying about stuff going on in my world. I have fear in my life too. But let me tell you what I do with fear. Fear is like a red flag. Fear is like a red flag being flung in front of me. And what happens, my predetermined decision is, when fear shows up, my thing is to charge. You know how you put a red flag in front of a bull and a bull charges? If there's fear operating, that means the devil wants to hinder the actions that I would take. Hear me now. Where fear shows up, It is trying to hinder the action that you would take, because if you take the action, you're going to get the very opposite of what fear is telling you, because fear always lies. Naya, who follows me, she's yet to become a client. I'm going to get her as a client one day. But Naya, can you type in for me? Fear is a liar every day, all day. It is always lying to you. Now, let me clarify here. I'm not talking about there's a lion on the outside of your car and you say, I'm going to be fearless and I'm going to conquer the lion. No, stay your booty in your car, bruh. Matter of fact, you better drive off, bruh. Okay? I'm talking about the phantom fears that if I go talk to her, she'll reject me. If I ask for that promotion, they'll reject me. If I ask for that raise, they'll reject me. If I call those 5 prospects, they will reject me. And sometimes they will, but keep going. Now, I am a previous sales director, sales manager. I've run sales teams, inside and outside sales teams. And one thing I tell my sales teams, look, every no is one step closer to a yes. So when you become an entrepreneur, you're going to have to deal with the no's. Do you have a fear of rejection? Check that now. Check that while you have a job. Get your mind right. Get the tools you need to overcome fear and to be able to plow straight through it. Most of what you see Breakthrough for Life doing, most of what you see Brenda Underwood as an individual doing, I had to press past fear. It is my predetermined decision that fear doesn't hinder my action. So if you want to quit your job, check your fear. Get your head right. And the second thing that I'm going to give you tonight is work your intangibles, because it is a long day between the paycheck and the profit check. So now, I have been really busy on the backside of my business, but there's a lot of things going on to help equip you. Okay. So I'm going to be coming live 3 days a week. 3 days this week. That's what I'm going to commit to. 3 days this week. So tomorrow is going to be live around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to talk about some of the tools to help you deal with wanting to quit your job and moving forward with a winning workplace exit strategy. So Keisha's saying, your mindset can make you or break you. Absolutely right, Keisha. It can make you or break you. But this is the thing. We get to determine how we're going to act when fear shows up. And that's what I really want you to get from this video tonight, is for you to decide, how do I deal with fear? How does it show up in my life? And how am I going to deal with it moving forward so it doesn't hinder my progress? Okay, that's the number one thing. I want to quit my job, but let me check my mind first. Let me get my mind right. Because as I said earlier, you will swim in a sea of I don't know as an entrepreneur. And so if that is the case, then you automatically want to deal with how you respond to fear. So you want to quit your job. And I'm going to give you a little bit more tonight. I said I was only going to talk for 20 minutes, but I feel really pressed to give you guys a little bit more. Okay. Look, y'all, there's a lot of shiny things in this online world. Before you get a business name, an LLC, or an EIN, you need to get crystal clear of who your ideal client is and how you are going to service them. Okay. Do not get a business name, an EIN, or an LLC, or a domain name until you know who's my ideal client and how am I going to service them. Because the way you talk to a teenager is completely different than how you're going to talk to a middle-aged adult. And you want to craft marketing language that's going to resonate. Every single one of my clients that I have picked up the phone and called me. I don't do any cold calling. I just started to run Facebook ads. I ran 2 Facebook ads. I got almost 200 leads. Then I'm swimming trying to follow up and nurture and all that stuff. So my whole point to you is you craft marketing language that resonates with your ideal client. But if you have a company name, and I'll use coaching because I certify life coaches and I help life coaches make at bare minimum additional $2,500 a month in their coaching businesses when they get certified with Breakthrough for Life. And so, with that being said, if I said this is Brenda Underwood's signature coaching company, does that company name resonate with you? Would you want to type in an email address, bunderwood at Brenda Underwood's signature coaching program.com? That's long, right? And it doesn't mean nothing to you. Brenda Underwood is not a household name. But when you hear my company name, Breakthrough for Life, that resonates with you. That says, this is a result that I'm going to get. Your business isn't about you. It's not about your favorite colors. It's about the service you provide to other people. If you help enough people, as I believe it's Jim Rohn says, and maybe Zig Ziglar, if you help enough people get what they want, then you can have everything you want. So when you think about coming up with company names, you want to come up with a company name that speaks to the result that your ideal client is looking to pay for. That's what you want to do with a company name. Now, once you have that company name, then you can go to your local state and determine if that company name is available. You want to keep your company name short and sweet, and you want it to resonate. I mean, think about the big companies out there, AT&T, QT, 7-Eleven. They're not long company names. They get straight to the point. Clear and concise is the goal of marketing. Gold, Gold. When you are clear and concise in your marketing message, it is liquid gold. Okay, so you want to get crystal clear. Then you want to check the name, get your LLC. Then you want to get your EIN. And let me tell you something. Y'all, don't go be paying people $250 up to $750 for them to get your LLC for you, especially if you're in the state of Georgia. Okay, if you're out in Los Angeles, y'all's LLC costs a whole lot more. Everything in Los Angeles costs a whole lot more. I'm from Los Angeles. That's why I live in Georgia. But my whole thing is you guys are going to this LegalZoom and all these different places to get your LLC when, sis, y'all are smart enough to get online, Google for 30 minutes and learn how to do your own LLC. I literally had a client about 3 months ago where I told her, she said, I spent $750 to get my LLC at, one of these pre-box legal companies. And I said, you spent, I said, what they do for you? She said, well, they got my LLC, they got my registrant, they got my EIN, she told me all that stuff. I said, okay, your EIN is free. Your Dun & Bradstreet is free. Your Georgia LLC, sole proprietor or one member LLC is literally $100. You paid them $750. So they basically, for 30 minutes worth of work, because that's all it takes to do an LLC, is 30. And I sat and I did it with her in our session. LLC takes 30 minutes. You basically gave them $650 for 30 minutes worth of work on their part. Y'all hire a business coach before you guys go do this stuff. Please, please. We will save you so much more money because your EIN is free. Your Dun & Bradstreet is free. Your LLC cost in every state is different, but you need more than just your LLC on the state level. This is all about them getting their taxes from the money you make. You got to be registered with the IRS. That's your EIN number. Your EIN number is the Social Security number for your business, basically. Then you're going to have your LLC. The state want a piece of your money, so you're going to have your LLC, and then you're going to have your local county taxes and licensing. Okay, so you need all three of those in order for you to tender business. But this is the beauty of it. You are intelligent. And one of the main things that you need when you become an entrepreneur is to be resourceful. You will pay a premium price to someone else who knows something that you don't. Okay. So please get you a business coach, get you somebody who can help you navigate this, make less mistakes, save your money, and teach you how to build your business to profitability. I live in Atlanta, Georgia right now, and I've been here for 25 years now in Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all, everybody and their mama got an EIN, an LLC, and a business card, okay? So let me tell you, Coach BU says you ain't a business until you can pay the mortgage with your profit. And every single business that I work with, that is my ultimate goal, is to help them get their businesses to profitability. Now, whether you have a small business that just started or you are a budding entrepreneur, how do we get you to profitability? And I don't sell any pie in the sky BS. I don't. And so please get you guys a coach. Please don't be letting nobody charge you $750 or even $250. A lady wanted to charge me $250 to do my LLC. I went and asked my attorney, because at that time I was getting office space from my attorney, and I went and asked my attorney, okay, she wants to charge me $250 to get my LLC. She looked at me, and she said, Brenda, you smart enough, get on that computer, figure it out. It only takes about 15 minutes. She never lied. And that was $250 on top of paying the $100 to the state for the LLC. So I was going to pay a total of $350. I was going to pay her $250 for 30 minutes worth of work, y'all. That's some serious ROI right there for her, not for me. And so what I'm trying to express to you, you don't know what you don't know. That's why you want to get someone who is practicing in business, not teaching theory from some college textbook, practicing in business to help you get your business to profitability. Because I really believe that God never intended us to be slaves to debtors, slaves to job, and be begging people for PTO time so we can spend time with our families. We want an autonomy of time and an autonomy of resources so we can live the quality of life that Jesus Christ got on a cross and died for us to live, beloved. And I'm passionate about this. I left a very lucrative career in corporate so that I can help you live in freedom. And so when you begin to look at this journey that we're on, having your business is only a business if it can pay the mortgage. And I even teach my clients how to make sure their business is profitable from paycheck to business. So with a workplace exit strategy with Breakthrough for Life, I don't know how other coaches do it. I don't really even study what other coaches do in this capacity. But with Breakthrough for Life, we're going to help you come up with a winning workplace exit strategy where you work all of your intangibles and you start making money while you're still on the job. Can anybody use a passive stream of income? Or not, let me take that back. It's not passive, an additional stream of income. Let me get my terminology right. Passive means I don't have to keep working, exchanging hours for dollars, but an additional stream of income. By the time I quit my job, I worked a workplace exit strategy from 2013 to 2016. I had paid off my student loans. I paid off my student loans. I paid off my cars. I paid off everything but that mortgage. Oh, and I didn't pay off my son's car because my son's car had 0% interest on it. So I kept that on a car note. But I paid off all my bills. Why? Because my coaching business started to bring in money while I still have my main business so that I could go straight from a corporate job into a profit check. That's what a winning workplace exit strategy will do for you. But you have to be patient, and you have to be strategic, and you have to check your fear at the door. So I hope this has helped somebody. If you're interested in, let's say you're a go-getter, you're ready to make it happen, let's get together. Let's have a free discovery call. It is free. Free. I don't do any high pressure sales because coaching and change and launching a business is hard enough without me dragging you across the finish line. So schedule a free discovery call. If you've never scheduled one with me before, schedule one. Let's talk. Let's create your custom coaching journey so that you can get to profitability quicker than you would on your own. So that is the one-on-one coaching that I offer. I also have a procrastination crusher group for the people who, I'm not yet a go-getter. but I'd love to be a go-getter. If that's your story, I got a product for you. Services are the Breakthrough for Life, the breakthroughforlife.com. Look at services and go to Procrastination Crusher. I have a Procrastination Crusher group that is starting on September 19th. You got to get in before then. The earlier you get in, the more freebies you get. One lady, she got 6 weeks worth of one-on-one coaching for free before we even get into the Procrastination Crusher group. And in that Procrastination Crusher group, we're going to have one-on-one coaching, breakthrough weekly videos, as well as 2 group meetings twice a month. So that's another opportunity for you to get your head right. Okay. And then, of course, as you guys all know, I certify life coaches, and you are more than welcome to come and schedule a free discovery call. And let's see if the Breakthrough for Life Academy is a benefit for you. And so I'm going to tell you what, I'm interviewing coaches right now. And so I hate to even say that on a live because my email's going to blow up. It's already been blowing up, but I'm interviewing coaches. I hire a coach every year for myself. I hired one coach twice. And so I was on the phone with a coach, and she said, well, you need to offer more. Nobody's going to move for an extra $2,500 a month. And she said, you need to promote your academy and say you get them to 6 figures in a year. I said, nope, I'm not going to do that. She said, well, why not? I said, because the average person is going to have a hard day getting to 6 figures, and they know nothing about coaching, and they know nothing about marketing. I said, I'm not selling pies in the sky, because 95% of all of my clients get the result that they pay for. Well, what happens to the 5%? And actually it's 98% in the academy. But what happened to the 5%? Those are people who didn't want to show up, didn't want to do the work. They just wanted to pay for a certification and hope a business just comes out of their imagination. And so at the end of the day, anything I promise, I put a guarantee behind. Okay. And so I told her, I said, I'm not going to promise to get people to 6 figures in 1 year, because the average person is going to stumble through a sea of I don't know. And that's going to cost them some time, and it's going to cost them some money. So I am going to promise what I know without a shadow of doubt that the least talented person in my academy can get. And that's $2,500 a month, really around $5,000 a month if you really put in the work. And so I'm going to tell you, you guys have got to be careful out there, because everybody who smiles at you ain't for you. Here at Breakthrough for Life, I have a reputation here in Georgia. I have a reputation with my clients. There are 90 testimonies on my website, and I still got 20 more to load. We deliver what we promise, or we will coach you for free until you get it. And so with that being said, I hope that you will schedule a free discovery call. I hope that you are ready to either prepare to become a go-getter, or you're a go-getter ready to launch. I'm here to help you go from paycheck to profit check in a short amount of time, so that you can live the life of autonomy that you want. So this is Brenda Underwood, Coach BU, signing off, wishing you well, and I'll see y'all tomorrow around 3 o'clock. Peace and love. Bye-bye.